Okay, he can be on his belly, we can be on the side. This is kind of like artificial back mount. And then I've got an over-under. I've got under one arm, over the other arm. This is called a lot of different terminology for this. It's called seatbelt or harness. You see why we call it seatbelt? Okay, if I'm like this, he can escape. If I'm like this, it's an easy escape. But when I go seatbelt, I go harness position, it's harder for him. I can set up a lot more submissions, and we'll see that later on. But this is background, so it's important that we understand background. The other one is by himself. I'll just let him go to turtle position. So turtle, it's mostly a defensive position. There are guys who use this for offense, and we don't have enough time to get in that today. It's a little bit more down the road in your training. It's not for beginners really, but he can use this as a transition, or he can use it for offense, mostly defense. And we're going to go to here in a little bit. But just understand those two positions: back mount and turtle. Okay. So actually, we'll start here. So Liam, back for me, please. So we'll start in guard. Okay. Everybody understands guard, right? Who doesn't know what guard position is? If you're on the ground, Grandmaster Elio said, have them in your guard. Okay, that was his rule. If you're on the ground, then the person on the bottom wants, if you guys can't see, you can stand up and come up closer to it. So if I want to escape this, the top guys on the planet do standing guard passes. There's passes we use to get out of this. When I say pass, I want to get out of his legs. Because from here, he can armbar me, he can triangle me, he can put me, I'm in danger in here. There's a lot of guys who are phenomenal off their back. So there's a lot of stuff he can do. I don't want to stay here. So your two positions starting off, and this is where we'll start off, is I go biceps, right here, I go bicep grip, or I'll do what's called a V grip, where I go like this, and I go in his armpits like this. Keep my elbows tight. Now from here, when I set up my standing guard pass, there's not a lot he can do to change my position here. He can't grab my arm and drag it. He tries to grab my arms and pull me down or do whatever. I'm in great position with these V grips. I'm driving into his armpits. My elbows aren't out, because if they are, he can grab one. He can pull it out, I can start torquing my arm stuff. So I'm low, my elbows are in, and I've got those V grips, just like that. You can see why they're called V grips. Right in here, just like that. So I want everybody to start off right here and go about 50%, about half, okay? And the bottom person is going to try to manipulate the person on top and get their arms out and move their arms, okay? So you're going to go ahead and try to. It's a very tight, very great position for what I'm about to set up. So we don't do too much and lose people right off the bat. Go right to here and just play with that a little bit and get familiar. And like I said, if you're not used to it, yes, you're going to feel your partner sweat and probably their armpit hair maybe, but that's okay. All right. So get a partner.
No striking.
No striking, and go through that a couple